Alright.
Leave Nico, he's my favorite.
Let's see. After these set of matches, it's
I
gonna
want to
be
see how good their Tiger one was. Not good enough to yell at me.
one at 10:30. JW, after your match, you get one right after it. GMA versus RVG.
Alright. I'm curious if there's like only Vanderbear and I in the training room.
I am
Could I
joining in.
like spec one person on each team or no?
No.
Alright.
I'm
Is
just
the password
doing a blanket no specs for all teams because I want room for umps and everything, and I don't want it to be unfair if we have like an odd number in there or something. So I'm just
What's
gonna
the,
send it
the
to
password?
everybody.
Wait, before you say it out loud. Okay. Oh my god, is Whitetails... Please tell me he's joking. Okay. I don't think he understood what was going on. Alright, don't forget to give me all spec right before we start.
Boom.
Okay.
What's the password to the GMA one?
Hold on. Okay. Unmuted again.
I know this was one of Canadian Impact's favorite maps for running VK72s.
Alright. Wow, GMA running the triple mouse, triple IS4, and 1 E100. That is a very heavy loadout. MM, on the other hand, running double E100, triple IS4 mouse, and a T22. Since it is an encounter, there is no cap advantage. MM has gone more town, so has GMA. Bubba, being in his T22, trying to spot the park area with steel as support.
Did you say encounter or?
Yeah, this is an encounter right now.
It's an encounter.
Yes, it's an encounter map right now.
For MMGMA.
Yes.
It's supposed to be supremacy. Tell everyone to exit. Everyone exit. All of them.
I'm just staring at the sky right now.
This is what happened. I mean, rules were changed like in the middle of the. It is confusing. Like,
It looks like everyone's exiting.
Okay, change it to supremacy. Yeah, JW. All map 1 matches are supremacy now.
That's pretty damn confusing.
Yeah, map 2 has the same rules. It's just map 1 that's supremacy all around. Did everyone exit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Annoying as hell. Let's go. I don't understand why map 2 still has encounter, but
It's
map 1.
because whenever I took the poll, the majority of map 2 wanted to keep encounter, and the majority of map 1 wanted to remove it. So I just split it.
Why are there 3 people taking a million years to ready up?
Probably trying to change their tanks or something, since everyone knows what their tanks are now. Alrighty. What the shit is
They want you to
taking?
sub someone, JW.
What?
They want you to sub RGK for Yoda.
I don't want to change the lineup though, because this was the original. Oh, God. This is so fucking stupid. GMA is gonna complain if I do this though. I don't know what to do.
Well, if
Just tell them they're ready up.
I wrote it in the description already.
well, they're not going to see that there. Type it in chat.
I can't. My chat's broken.
Oh, I think mine's broken too.
Mine's fine.
Go ahead and swap Yoda, because you had to go eat. And then kick Yoda out of the room. Okay?
Done.
Alright. And whenever they're all ready, just go. Expect me.
Oh my god.
Inspect Vanderbear and all them.
Alright, there we go. Alright. Lineup is exactly... No, there's one extra E100, I think, for MM this round. Looking like things are...
It's the same.
GMA is switching it up, though. Bubba gonna get caught way out in the open with Can't Touch This, as a majority of GMA is now going Park versus Town during the mix-up. GMA does get all 3 of their mouses spotted, trying to go up that middle lane. No one bleeding just yet. Meow Kitty Meow holding a rather interesting position in their spawn. Starting to push up. I think just trying to make sure that they do not get flanked. The mouses do not get flanked to the side. Bubba and Can't Touch This now isolated against triple IS4. Bubba already starting to run. Can't Touch This backing up. Bubba does take a double tap and gets tracked out in the middle of the open. That is rather unfortunate for him. Mothra as well in the mouse, getting double tapped by the other mouses. GMA doing a good job of bleeding first. Bubba saying his opinion in chat. Not very happy about GMA's counter to the strat. GMA does have a slight cap advantage getting C before could get A. GMA still has not bled a single hit point to starting to spread out to try and capture GMA in somewhat of a pincer maybe, or just in a long line trying to hold. That's what she said, getting a nice shot into Whitetails. Still almost down 4,000. No, they are down 4,000 hit points at this point in time. Mostly due to the triple mouse that is being run by GMA. It's really hard to have anywhere near that much hit points unless you are also running very heavy mouses. GMA's triple mouse is starting to push up the center. Staying together, bleeding a little bit as they decide steel is what they want to look at. They are changing their shots to RGK. They can heat his turret gun mantlet very easily. Steel and Mothra showing up to bleed as well. RGK and Mothra are the targets for the focus fire. Whitetail's getting behind RGK. RGK does manage to take out Supreme Pickle, which is good. Mothra does go down to the triple mouses. Not much he can do. has managed to pretty much even up the HP disadvantage. They are rather close. GMA does have double cap though, so does need to start working on these tanks. They need to take out these IS-4s to take out the guns, since the mouses are where most of the hit points lay. Doing a very good job of getting around the mouses, blocking them. Bubba and Steel working on Meow Kitty all by themselves. Well, can't touch this, that's what she said, and Papusa do their best to deal with these mouses. These mouses are doing a nice job of isolating the tanks, preventing them from getting a consistent, proper focus fire in. Steel and Bubba now making their way into assist. They are very low. They are going to be focused over, that's what she said. That's what she said, not really getting shot. Arctic looking to put a shell into him. Well, that's what she said, attempts to get another shot into the mouse.
Ooh.
That's what she said, does bounce her shot. Steel now stuck in a one-on-one with the mouse. And an IS-4 now coming in to make it a 2v1. Steel is about to go down. Babusa does manage to get the cap, and Bubba is getting C, but Steel dies and GMA does get cap. It is very hard to counter the 9,000 hit points that triple mouse brings into play.
They did have 2 E100s and a mouse though, so at the beginning of the match they actually weren't down by very many hit points.
Yeah, but that triple mouse definitely doesn't get shot down very much at the beginning, so they retain a huge hit point by the end. GW, put me single side please while we wait. Thank you.
I'm sure every single one of them are mad at me for messing up at the beginnings.
Probably.
I have a lot to deal with.
Nice spec. JW. Can you put me on spec? Bye. JW there.
Yeah.
Can you put me on spec?
Who is this?
Chariot in the middle. Dope.
Do you guys hear that honking?
Nope.
No.
Okay, good. Oh, I forgot to do the poll. Alright, I'm gonna watch the poll right now.
I can't fucking take GMA. This is ridiculous. He's yelling at me to take my pickle out because my chat, and I couldn't do it automatically because my chat was broke. GMA is such
They're
a
asking
pain.
for they're asking for the spawn switch as well. My chat just started working all of a sudden.
They're such a pain to deal with because if
Don't
they
forget
don't
you're
get
on
an update
stream.
immediately. Good job, JW.
Yeah, we are. Everyone here at the staff of GAW is unbiased in every way. However, we would prefer matches were not difficult to run.
Yeah, they still need
But
the
I hope-
spawn switch.
I mean, yes, spawn's supposed to be swapped.
I swapped it, like, I mean,
Okay.
so I have, like, if my chat's broke, I mean, I just want people to be patient.
Yeah,
If you
that
have
would be
broken,
nice.
close your game and reopen it. Easy fix.
Like, I don't like when people are shouting at me in all caps. It's just,
Yeah.
What if they were shouting at you in like lowercase?
And how did
better
you
than
ever
all
shout it?
caps. Uh,
Oh, and match started. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Let's... GMA activating their super speed boosts on their E5s. Looks like they're going CB again. MM doing another town strat, having Papusa and Can't Touch This, and most likely RGK to aid and hold CB side. The mouse might be able to get a reset into Meow Kitty with an HE. Hopefully he does not bleed. He does bleed one shot. He does bounce another as well. GMA missing one shot, bouncing, and then penning one on the mouse. MM putting their tanks into A. Can't Touch This, looking like he is trying to spot C. They realize they cannot get the B cap, as GMA is holding too effectively for them to be able to cap. The only way to be able to cap is to sacrifice a mouse. And at this point, they're not down enough on cap to make that worth it. Hit points are almost perfectly even. GMA having a 500 hit point advantage. Coming purely because MM is running a T22. Everything is pretty passive right now. MM trying to get into good holding positions along the B buildings. They will have to be the one that pushes, as GMA will not, if they are smart, will not be the ones pushing, as they have the cap advantage. If they push, I will seriously question their judgment. MM needing to figure out how they want to queue up for a push. GMA having a very nice, evenly spread out hold across the park, having the E5s in the back as they are the weakest tanks on their lineup, but they do have that gun depression, which will allow them to stay mostly in cover, only exposing their fairly strong turrets to get shots in. It's very smartly done by GMA and their hold. MM still trying to figure out how they want to line up for a push. They are not really able to bleed GMA in any way. GMA not really peeking at all, mostly just the mouse and IS-4s. IS-4s are able to hold down behind these hills, and then the mouse is side scraping. It's only allowing them to spot down the middle, just a few tanks, not giving any team much of an idea of where everyone is. Can't Touch This does take a bleed from Caddy on the GMA's right side, closer to their spawn. MM at this point has lost about 500 points. No, 1,500 points of HP. They were down 500 at the beginning. No, I can't math. It's 1,000. Good thing I already got my degree. Can't Touch This doing a very nice spotting maneuver. If you've never seen this before, all you need is your gun mantlet to spot. He is trying to minimize his tank's exposure using his gun mantlet by putting it all the way to the side, backing up just to spot, not allowing GMA really to hit much, and if they are, it's purely an HE. They will not be able to hit a piece of armor. That IS-4's turret is still rather difficult to pen at the very front there while he does this. Bubba making a move to go into spawn. He doesn't get spotted as Steel and Mothra push the mouse. RGK poops it, and that's what she said, all pushing into B. Looks like they are trying to sacrifice one tank. It's not good. Both the mouse and E100 bleeding pretty poorly while Papusa is getting the cap. They do lose, that's what she said. Rather unfortunate just to get the cap. Now they are technically able to purely hold, but down that much hit points and that tank. 2 tanks now. GMA is now pushing Papusa, man.
English band.
English is not my first. It's my first language. I'm lying. I have no excuses. Papusa is now stuck in a 1v3. Steel, Mothra, and Can't Touch This attempting to take out Caddy, but losing those 2 tanks early did give GMA cap back, and they were able to cap out. Rather unfortunate for MM. Well played by GMA. And the next match is in 5 minutes. Not exactly sure why MM left, as they are also playing GMA, am I right?
Well, I mean, they just lost the space
RVG is
battle.
playing GMA.
Oh no, it's GMA versus RVG next game. That's my bad. I don't know how to read.
You can't talk and you can't read.
Yeah. Don't know why I'm streaming. Can't do 2 things I kind of need to be able to do.
I mean, this is really. When I volunteered to umpire, I didn't realize it was going to be this stressful.
Alright, and we're back. GMA is now just joining the room for GMA versus RVG on Rockfield, aka Alderaan. It's a land battle, and one team has the military base. I do not know which team because I do not keep myself informed enough. Actually, I have no way to be informed without asking Shoto.
Do what?
Who has a military base between GMA and RVG?
GMA.
GMA does. Okay, so GMA has to only win 2, while RVG has to win 3.
Let me just double check and make sure. This is match number 2, GMA with military base on Alderaan.
Oh, hey, look, it says it right there. Wow.
Yep.
Just gonna pretend that didn't happen. I'm going to start the poll as well.
Now Assassin's complaining because he's saying 4 umpires are not needed.
Well, I'm not an umpire. I'm a developer.
Kick the chariot guy. What? Oh my. Why? Why does it matter?
Assassin wants me to kick Bullpit and Chariot because he's saying 4 umpires are not needed.
Technically, there's only 2 umpires here.
And where is... Oh, I have to make a new poll for... It's, who... GMA or RVG. Option GMA.
Oh, it's not letting
I
anyone.
thought we're
join
only
the
allowed to
room.
have 1 sub for each team in the queue. Isn't that
I'll
right?
kick Kimchi.
That's going to be open for that one. Yes, yes. Done.
It's so stressful to ump this room. It's
For real. I didn't know it was possible to be this stressed out just trying to stream. Alright.
Thank you so much for your cooperation. Imagine being disrespectful.
Yeah. Ban.
We technically already did that before they said anything, so, like, who's cooperating with who?
Alrighty. Now that we got that settled, and they seem to have their players ready, let's get everyone readied up. Because I'm impatient, and I want to start this already. Come on.
who's defending, Gamma or RVG? Let me check. Okay.
No. And everyone's ready. Okay. Let me go back here. That off. There we go. Oh, I loaded in late. Goodness. Alright. GMA split already, sending half their tanks to A, the other half towards C. RVG doing almost the same thing. 4 of their tanks going A versus the 3 GMA, while 3 go pseudo-C. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend holding more of the mid, preventing anyone from pushing B. Apple Juice Hero now needing to back off a little bit as Raceland goes around to try and spot. Rith getting some nice spots in against GMA. RVG also down by 2,400 hit points since they are running double Vickers versus a full heavy lineup like GMA is. No, GMA is not. I can't read again. They have a Vickers as well. GMA, oh, okay, RVG has a 268 and GMA is running E100s, which is giving them the hit point advantage. If only I paid attention to lineups before the game started, I wouldn't sound like a dumb shit. GMA holding C rather passively. They have the double on the middle hill while 2 more IS-4s backing them up and backing up. Not wanting to push C. RVG also holding. Trying to get whitetails onto the cap, getting HE reset. Not sure if they will be able to get the cap without the E5 or the IS-4 getting an HE into whitetails. Whitetails is no longer spotted, which is about the only reason he's not getting a reset. Surprised that no HEs. There we go. E5 shooting an HE, missing. GMA does get the cap off. GMA is now retreating from C, allowing RVG to get in. GMA does not need to hold anymore, as they have the cap advantage. They do not need to be as aggressive, since they are isolated. If RVG did do a full-on push, they could keep them out of the battle and take them down. Arctic trying to get the reset on Raceland. He does miss. Or she, sorry, they miss. I do not know them. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend kind of combating Kakadity on the mid hold. E5 technically better in that position as he has the gun depression, and if the IS-4 does want to get a hit, he has to expose his lower plate before he can get a shot. E5 would easily be able to bleed. I'm surprised Meow Kitty Meow did not get reset, bled much more than 300, as he was spotted in a very open and exposed position. RVG still needing to be the team that has to push. If they did set up a push, they could isolate Kakadity pretty badly and take him out. It would actually give them cap back if they did not lose a tank in return. RVG trying to bleed as best as they can. GMA still holding, slowly moving their tanks around to provide a slightly better and more evenly dispersed holding position. Supreme Pickle, currently the weakest tank on GMA's side. They are going for a push onto C, rather ballsy, not really needing to expose themselves in any way. They are getting on cap. Raceland putting one shot into Arctic. Apple Juice Hero missing and taking double shot, triple shot now in return. Even though it was a rather ballsy maneuver, GMA did back it up very effectively. RVG unable to do anything as GMA does get the double cap now. RVG in a very bad position, down 2,500 hit points and having 0 cap. They will need to make a push rather soon as GMA is very healthy, and they will need time to get caps back and bleed GMA down for a chance at winning this. Supreme Pickle overextending unnecessarily and taking a big hit from the 268. Not assisting his team very well. Raceland does try and get the A cap. Kakadity missing the reset. The E100 Assassin and Whitetails and the Vickers are moving in for the reset. Raceland is not going to get the cap. He does manage to track the E100, which keeps the E100 from getting a shot into him. Very nicely done. Fortunately, Whitetails is... Oh, Whitetails misses his shot from point blank. Raceland did a very nice job, and Assassin only manages to get an HE splash. Your beta male is now very isolated and bleeding really heavily. Kakadity should have kept moving and gone in for the ram on your beta male. Would have been able to lose them some more hit points. Assassin and Whitetails now making a move in. Whitetails does get hit really hard by the 268. Very nicely done. GMA did a very good job, though, of keeping cap. RVG was not fast enough at getting the caps or conserving their hit points to stay alive in that battle.
Alright. Swap the spawn points now. Get lit.
Okay. What's the score right now? For the
1-0 in GMA's favor.
GMA RVG. Okay.
And here we go. GMA setting up for a very similar strat as to last time. RVG going much more heavily towards C side, only sending 2 towards A. I just noticed Rith is not in this battle. Another huge hit point advantage towards GMA of 2,810, if you want to get super technical about it. GMA not getting very aggressive on A, playing much more passive, trying to just prevent RVG from even getting close to capping A. Your beta male takes an unnecessary bleed shot from GMA, putting one of the weakly HP'd tanks down a little bit extra already. Wasn't the best trade against an IS-4. Personally, if I do run that kind of strat, I like to put a heavy hitting tank in that bush so they can get one shot off, then back out before taking damage, and the trade is normally worth it. Your beta male spotting Supreme Pickle, preventing Pickle from pushing on, but he does take another unnecessary hit. Should have spotted and then backed straight off. Would have prevented him from getting down to half health, and now he has a dead driver. Whitetails does manage to get on B. RVG has no one near to reset. Again, it looks like RVG is going to go down on cap, forcing them to make a push decision. And I was wrong. Rith is in this game. Hi, Rith. Alright. I'm struggling with reading today. Might have to do with that alcoholic beverage I had earlier. But I'm not that much of a weight late. RVG is bleeding very heavily, while GMA is not. They need to focus very heavily on Pickle. He is overextended on the C cap. They did a very nice job of preventing him from the cap, but they are not capitalizing on him staying there for so long. He is only bled half health. Raceland is now getting bullied by Whitetails and Assassin. He is not going to last much longer. Whitetails is going to get the finish. Jackie Mark in a very bad position as a 268. He does manage to get the shot off without getting shot in return. Nice trade there. Green Tea battling it out against Meow Kitty. Meow Kitty failing to HE Green Tea, unless that was the Vickers Light. I don't think the Vickers had a shot. That was a very interesting shot. Now RVG is getting 4v3'd over on the C-Cap. Your Beta Male trying to make it a 4v4. He can't help too much. He misses a shot. Rather unfortunate. RVG is not doing too terribly against the GMA push. They need to pick a target and stick with that target. They are picking between Player and Supreme Pickle. They should have focused down Player first, as he was lower earlier. He would have already been dead, and GMA would be down a gun on that side. Green Tea is now stuck in a 1v1 with Assassin. HP about the same. He does have more... RVG over there does have more DPM. Supreme Pickle still alive somehow. He needs to be taken out. And there goes another RVG player. Rith is the last one alive. He does get taken out, leaving Green Tea by himself against Assassin. He might have the ability, if he spams heat into the turret, and I can't tell if his turret's broken or if he has just given up at this point. It looks like he has just given up at this point. Whitetails just uselessly spamming HE into Green Tea's side. Not exactly sure what Green Tea is doing, or why no one is finishing him off. There we go.
It's a taunt. They're just shooting HE at him.
Yeah, rather unnecessary. Waste of time. And that is that. GMA at 1. Well, thank you for watching today's Galaxy at War battles. GMA cinching all of the victories into this particular stream. And we will see you